Hello! We're there. I know you can hear me now, but you're just going to have to give me a sec. Hello! Alright, there we go. I think we're finally up and running. Oh my lord, EVMux has been an absolute nightmare. We're not on good terms, alright? Literally, like the last hour, it's just been so silly with me. But finally, I'm live and my mic is working. And just this computer on a whole's been blinking playing up. But hey, we're live now. We're here and excited to play. Well, to play for tomorrow. Hi Isaac, welcome to the chat. Let me know if my volume's good. I hope it is. Sorry, my camera is going a bit funny there. Yeah, but welcome to the chat, Isaac. How you doing? But look, today we're talking about Leyton Orient. By the way, my thumbnail, I've realised that might be worded weirdly. When I say give them a chance, I mean give up some players that we don't often see a chance, like Nico Riley, McAtee, and even Vital Hayes, who hasn't played a minute of football since joining the club. Those things, not as like give them a chance and give Leyton Orient a chance to be us now. Let's go and get the win big time if we can. Everything sounds fine. Thank you, Isaac. EVMux has been really, really frustrating in the last hour. But finally got it under control by the looks of it, and finally ready to talk about this match, Leyton Orient, which is tomorrow at 12:15. Of course, we're doing a live watch along on it, so be ready for that. That's going to be a good one. And let's dive straight into the starting 11. Look, I had Rico. I've meant to put Rico Lewis at right back. I don't know why Mateus Nunes is there. So it is meant to be Rico at right back. He hasn't really been playing tons recently. Very much been out the side. Nunes has had the favour on the right back. But honestly, give Rico this game. Let me have an actual right back for this game. Do you think Mubama has the potential to become a great player? I mean, he's doing good for the academy from what I hear. And when he played against Salford, I thought he looked decent. He gets himself a goal. So he's got the potential, no doubt about that. So we'll see how he does. I hope he can do well. But I don't think he's going to make it at City, as harsh as that might sound. I don't think he's going to make it at City, but hopefully maybe he can maybe go on to have a good career. But hey, if he makes it at City, fair play. Awesome. Centre back pairing of Kusanov and Vital Hayes. Look, if not now, then when? And that especially applies for Vital Hayes. This is a good chance to see what these guys are properly all on about. Hopefully Kusanov will be braced for this one, as Vital Hayes as well. Hopefully no pressure gets to them or anything like that. Hopefully they're just, feeling good, level-headed, and ready to go into this. Josko Vardiol on the left back. Don't really think we've got anyone else unless you want to put Nico Riley in there, because he did play there against Salford, I believe, and he played really well. He's your one other option. But going into my pivot, I'm going for Nico Riley and Gonzalez. Now then, look, it might be a bit hopeful to put Gonzalez straight into the starting 11. But look, we did it with Kusanov. I know Kusanov had a bit more training than Gonzalez, but we did it with Kusanov. And Gonzalez isn't exactly not fresh. He's obviously been training with Porto, just hasn't really been training long with us. But apparently Pep knows him. Apparently he knows him decent enough. To be honest, I'm not entirely sure what to expect from Vital Hayes. Look, I'm just hoping for an all right game. Some signs that he's defensively sound and all that. I don't want a game of just mess up after mess up after mess up. Imagine the first 5 minutes that Kusanov had, but imagine it was the 90 minutes. I don't want that for Vital Hayes. To be honest, so hopefully it's not that. Even if he just performs a bang average 6 out of 10 game, I'll be happy. First minutes on the field, it's a chance to learn for Vital Hayes, to really give it a bash. Hey FIFA, welcome to the chat. I'm ready for your prediction. Probably going to be about 10-0 or something, but I'm ready to see it. 10-0, there you go. Vardio, who I just spoke about, sorry about that. But Gonzalez and Nico, look, hopefully Nico, to be fair. Nico and Nico running in the pivot, hopefully they can get along well and play it about. Nico Riley knows the system really well. And Gonzalez, look, he can pass the ball about. He knows how to do that. So hopefully he can fit right into like a glove with City. And look, this is a good game to test, and just to test the waters of English football. McAtee, look, pretty much a given that he's going to start. I'm hoping Oscar Bob is available for this game. If he is, that is amazing, and I will be overjoyed to see him back, Oscar Bob. But we haven't had any news. I know Spurs have a lot of injuries, but they're 100 times better at giving their young players playing time compared to City, though. I mean, yeah, we've had our fair share of injuries this season, and so we've been stuck with quite a small squad. But in that small squad, we don't have many academy players, and we refuse to even give them a shot. Like, why hasn't Nico Riley been played sooner in that awful run we went on? McAtee as well. And look, mainly, possibly considering how this game goes, I don't want a Kanji in the game against what are they called? Against Newcastle. By the way, Ortega's my goalkeeper. I don't know why I just I put them in. But my computer's against me today. Oh well. Marmouche at the cam. I mean, if Oscar Bob is available, maybe that is McAtee, and then Marmouche off the left, or Grealish off the left. But I think it's probably going to be Marmouche, given that role that he was so good at Frankfurt, apparently, or has had good games at Frankfurt. He likes to play behind the striker, apparently, according to him. So hopefully he gets some game time here. And this could be the opportunity to get a goal, for himself. No disrespect to Leyton Orient, but this might be a chance to get the goal that he might want and get any pressure of getting that first goal off his back. Easy W's FIFA, hopefully. Keep Edison in. I think Ortega's our cup keeper, to be honest. So I think Ortega is going to be in here. But, hey, I mean, I'm not opposed to Edison, as long as the goalkeeper keeps the shots out. That's all I'm after. Big ups to everyone that's tuned in so far. By the way, if you don't know, I'm live on Alpha Varka's channel in just over an hour at 7. We're probably going to talk about this a bit more, probably some other topics too. So, I'm excited for that. Hope you guys are as well. Left wing, Jack Grealish hasn't really played much. I think his last start would have been Salford. Last goal he got was against PSG off the bench. But look how that game turned out. So, look, hopefully Jack Grealish starts there, has a decent game like he did against Salford, and gets a bit of love. By the way, if you don't know, Doku, Edison, and Diaz are all back in training. Hopefully that means Diaz is available for Newcastle, which would be big. Whose channel? Alpha Varka. If you're curious about it, I did tag a video of his in my community posts last week. Grealish will be sold in the summer. I think so too. I don't think Grealish here in the summer. But we'll talk about that when the time is right. David Mubama up top gives Haaland an opportunity to have a little bit of a rest. I almost put Marmoush here, but then I remembered Mubama, so I decided to put Mubama here. So, Mubama, look, he showed some decent signs against Salford. Hopefully he shows some more here. It's away from home. It might be a little bit tougher. But, oh well, big occasions. Let's go for it. So, David Mubama for me, up top. Let's see how he does. Now then, that concludes my predicted 11. Look, in terms of my expectations for this game even, let's have a look at Leyton Orient. Leyton Orient. They're 6th in League One. Let's have a look at home form. So they lost their last home game to Stockport, which was on the 1st of Feb. Beat Reading 2-0. Lost to Stevenage 1-0. Drew 1-1 on pens with Derby. Drew 1-1 with Derby and 1 on pens. Beat Shrewsbury 1-0. Beat Cambridge 2-0. Beat Crawley Town 3-0. 0-0 with Burton. 3-0 versus Bristol Rovers. 2-1 versus Oldham Athletic. 2-0 loss to Huddersfield. 3-0. Look, I got a couple losses on the way. Draw also here or there. So, their home form is not too bad. But, look, they have the best home form in League One. Or the worst. And we should be winning against them either way. Because we are a better side. We just are. Hopefully Diaz is actually available for Real Madrid. Now I think about that, that would be even bigger than Newcastle potentially. Sorry, just checking something out. Big ups to everyone tuning in, by the way. Try and see if Pep's had anything to say on the game. Should have. Ruben Diaz is in the squad, apparently. Say that as you will. Alright, here we go. Diaz, Doku, Edison, and Ake have all returned to training. And Pep on them returning this weekend. Maybe some of them. We will see. Tomorrow after the game, we will come back to Manchester early, and after we have time to start to talk about Real Madrid. Of course, I have an eye to Madrid, but Leyton Orient deserve my attention. Always has been like that. Otherwise, we would not get to the amount of semi-finals and finals of the FA Cup that we have in the last 5 or 6 years. That's why I'm concerned and focused on Leyton. Pep Guardiola, Man City's free week after Arsenal. We trained yesterday and today. We gave 2 days off because we have a lot of games, and we have a lot of games. We had and we will have, and I prefer, instead of training, that the people go to their families, rest a little bit. It was fun. Big ups everyone tuning in. On selection dilemmas, my job is my job, and I have to do what I believe. I have to try to be honest with myself. The manager has to select one player in front of another, not just because you don't like the other one, but because a player can give you because a player can give you in a certain moment of a season. Right now, better. No more than that. And of course I make mistakes. He should play in order. Sorry. And of course I make mistakes, and maybe he should play in other games, or maybe players who play shouldn't. But it's my world, my life, and you have to accept it. Apologising for Jack Grealish not playing. And he went on to compliment Nico a lot and certain things like that. So, like, not too much from Pep, to be honest with you there. You know, not too much you can really read into, if I'm being honest. But, look. Bottom line is, this is a big game. You know, Leyton Orient, they're a decent team in their own league. But we should be winning this nonetheless, you know. Hopefully we can get a nice scoreline. Hopefully some of our debutants can play well, as well as our academy players. They get a bit of game time, but we'll see how they do, won't we? You know, Leyton are a good team, so we're going to see how they do. Hopefully we get a win here, try and boost the morale somewhat ahead of Real Madrid. But only time will tell on that accord, you know. Only time will tell. But look, not the longest preview I've ever done, but not the last preview I'll ever do. Now then, Alpha Varka. I'm going to be on his channel in an hour and 5 minutes, so it would mean an absolute ton if you guys, or at least one or two of you, could be on stream. I will tag it soon, so you guys know where to look. You know, just keep one eye on the community post and you won't miss it. Thank you all for tuning in. Another good stream as per usual, and I will see you all in hopefully in an hour.